What's up, party people? I'm gonna be filming a Q&A, and I'm sorry if you hear stuff in the background. I think my sister's either on the phone or has a friend over or something, but I need to film right now because I'm running out of daylight. Also, I'm sorry if the lighting is horrible in this. Again, I'm running out of daylight, so I gotta hurry up. I posted on my Instagram story asking if you guys had any questions for my Q&A video, so that's where I pulled them from. Some of you guys forgot to list if you wanted to be anonymous or not, so I'm going to keep everyone anonymous for this video, and then if I do a part 2, then let me know how you want me to do that. Okay, first question, are you single? Yes, I am. Been for a while. Favorite animal? Pandas. Frogs are a close second, but I've liked pandas since I was a baby. Wait. I have literally had this since as long as I can remember. Like since I was a baby. He can stay here. What is my type in men? Not delusional. I just got a new camera, so I'm still trying to figure things out, so I'm so sorry if this is out of focus or something. Do you miss us? This came from one of my students at a certain school, and yes, of course I miss you guys. Come take my classes. Somebody asked what gets me out of bed every day. Probably knowing that I get to see my students that day, but I'm not gonna lie, that is the exact same reason that makes me want to stay in bed some days. So, what is my height? I get this question a lot, and for some reason in pictures and on social media and stuff, on my TikTok and on my Instagram, people think I'm super tall. I think it's because I'm really thin, so I look tall and I have long legs, but I'm 5'3". Like, I'm very short. I stopped growing a long time ago. Someone asked how many times I've dyed my hair. I've gotten this question a lot, and honestly, I don't know. If I can figure out how to put pictures of all my hair colors up here, I'll do that right now. I don't know how many times, but I'll put some past colors on the screen. Alright, one of you asked, after last football season, can I now talk you into liking the Tennessee Vols? No. How many piercings do I have and which hurt the most? I have 9 piercings, so I have 4 on this ear and 3 on this ear. So I have 3 lobe piercings on each ear, and then my helix on my left ear that never heals because of my students like tugging on it and stuff. And then my nose piercing on the side and my septum piercing. And honestly, none of them hurt at all. Pretty much the same thing with my tattoos. What is my favorite dance style? It changes a lot, but it's usually a consistent contemporary, some sort of contemporary. I've done it my whole life. That's the main style I competed in. It's my favorite style to do. I don't teach it the most, but it's my favorite style to perform. How did I get into dancing? I did a lot of sports like every kid, like just trying everything out to see what I liked, but I started dance when I was 3. I kept doing like soccer and softball too at the same time, but I ended up sticking with dance, and I've been doing it ever since I was 3. What was my favorite hair color? Probably lavender, just because that was also my favorite color for a couple years, and I don't know, I thought it was really pretty, and it faded the best out of all my colors, I think. Most embarrassing moment as a dance teacher. I debated on telling this story when I first read the question, but I'm just gonna say it because I love this girl to pieces and she knows I love her. Everyone knows I love this girl, but just the way it happened was very embarrassing for me. So I got a job teaching at a place for a couple months, and I knew roughly how many students I was going to have and what style and level I was going to teach them, so I prepped a dance, right? I taught the whole like first week normally to them, and then in the middle of one of our classes, this girl goes up to another girl and starts whispering to her. Now, I don't like when people whisper in the middle of class, so I said something dumb, like secrets don't make friends, or like what are we whispering about? Would we like to tell the class? And I ended up finding out that she was talking really close to her because she's hard of hearing and almost deaf, so, and I got no warning. I love her to pieces. It was embarrassing for me. She didn't do anything wrong. None of the girls did anything wrong. It was embarrassing for me. I'm just glad I didn't like get mad or say something that could have come across as rude, but I felt so bad after. Someone asked if I would date an Australian. Short answer, yes. Most stressful part about teaching a new group. Depending on the age and also just if I haven't met them before, you don't know if they're gonna respect you, and it's hard having to gain respect from certain groups of people, especially because I am so young in the industry still compared to a lot of other teachers, because I'm 20, so I'm like usually the youngest teacher wherever I am. It's also hard if it's a new group because yes, whoever's hiring me will give me their level name or number, but it still doesn't exactly tell me what those dancers' skill set is gonna be. So that's a tough thing to figure out as I'm already teaching them a piece. Like if I get hired just to choreograph. Someone asked if there's anything I regret. There's a lot of dumb things I've done or said that I probably should regret, and I think one of my biggest problems is I don't regret a lot of things I probably should regret. Like tattoos, certain tattoos. I will say one thing I regret is not being nicer to my younger self and feeling like I had to be a people pleaser 24/7, and sometimes I still struggle with that, being in an industry, working in an industry where I have to work with people and families and stuff, but I think I regret being too big of a people pleaser before. Someone said, why Bryce Young? Why not? Why not Bryce Young? We're getting married, so. What is one goal I'm working towards currently? This is kind of random, but I'm building a portfolio right now of my choreography. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone, by the way, because I have my questions on my phone. I'm working on building up a portfolio for choreography just for future jobs and projects that I'm doing. I get this question a lot. What is my nationality and my ethnicity? My nationality is American. I've lived here my whole life. My ethnicity is I'm half Filipino, my mom's full Filipino, and half white. And a lot of people are like, oh, half white, like what kind of white? I don't know. My dad's a mutt, so he doesn't really know either. But I'm Asian. I don't look it anymore, but yes, I am half Filipino. Someone asked if I have a dream class to take, like a dance class. Probably from someone I've already taken from a lot in the past, but his name's Andrew Winghart, and I just think he is so awesome. I love his choreography so much. I remember he used to teach at conventions that I went to when I was little, and I would be so excited to go to that convention just to take his class. Here's a big, important question. Someone said pancakes or waffles? Waffles, by far. Because they have a crunch, and also they have little like cups in them, like little divots to hold your syrup for you. So I put the syrup in ahead of time, let it soak into the cups, and then top off the cups right before I eat it. Waffles were made for syrup. What is my favorite thing about teaching? I think getting to see a lot of these kids really develop a love and a passion for dance, and knowing that I was part of the start of that, or I was part of their journey in dance, and seeing where they end up going is pretty cool. One of you asked, when is my next YouTube video coming? Now. Welcome. I had to take a long break. I had a lot of performances and was working like 12-hour shifts. I did not have the mental capacity or the time in the day to film and post and edit and everything. But I'm back. I finished my last performance like 2 days ago. What do I do for fun? Outside of dancing, I listen to a lot of podcasts, true crime podcasts, true crime stuff on YouTube, Netflix, whatever. I read a lot. I love reading so much. I love going to the beach or just being outside, because obviously my work is all indoors. So honestly, just being outside and reading. How did I get into teaching? It was an accident, kind of. We had a teacher leave pretty quick and unexpectedly when I was in high school. So I got asked to sub some classes. Then I kind of just stayed with that class the rest of the season. Then the next year I just had one hip hop class that I was teaching each Saturday. Then I had multiple hip hop classes. Then I was teaching more than hip hop. So technically I've been teaching since I was like 15, which sounds weird, but it's like now that I'm gonna be 21, like this is my 6th year of teaching. And it just, like, it feels like I've been teaching for a long time, but it's weird to think that I was so young when I first started teaching, because I'm still young, but like 15. But yeah, I got into teaching by accident. When I was younger, I was always like, I never would want to be a dance teacher. Like if I worked in the dance field, the last thing I would want to be is a teacher. Like I couldn't do that. And the choreographing every week and dealing with like students, like I could never. And now I love it so much, and I'm so grateful that I accidentally became a teacher, but I had no plan for that before. This is a completely different topic. Someone just asked, is love unconditional? No, absolutely not. What is a song I have on repeat right now? Where did all my lighting go? Okay, give me a couple minutes. I gotta wait for this cloud to move. The lighting is so bad. Okay, I don't think the lighting's gonna get much better before the sun goes down, so I'm just gonna push through it. I should really invest in some good lighting, but Your girl's broke right now. What was the question I was just answering? Oh, right. What song is on repeat right now? So I've been doing this thing, I've been in a loop recently where I'm trying to just play all the songs from when I was younger for my kids now, or my students now. Sorry, I call them kids all the time. I don't have kids. They're all my students. If I say my kid, it's my student. Because they need to know what good music was like. My answer will be Boyfriend by Big Time Rush. My students love that song. So that song's been on repeat a lot. Alright, a few more questions. Someone asked, I really love your whole aesthetic. What inspired you? Honestly, it changes not even every week, like every 2 days. Like today, with like the flowers and the beach stuff, that's been kind of what I've been going for recently. I know last year and the year before, everyone thought I was like an e-girl because I wore black a lot and a lot of eyeliner. It just changes all the time. Like every other week, it's completely different. And I used to really like streetwear, but I think I just kind of got sick of it because I was dressing in it for so long. So I still have all my clothes from like all my different aesthetics I was going for. I just switch it up all the time now. I think I've kind of come to the conclusion that I cannot pick a style for the life of me. What does a guy have to do to truly have your interest in one gesture, action, or words? Sorry, I'm having trouble reading. I don't have my glasses on. I don't have anything specific, but definitely actions more than words, because I've dealt with a lot of people whose actions did not match their words. So honestly, at this point, words don't mean a whole lot. Alright, last question is, if you had to pick one skincare / hair care product for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Aquaphor. Aquaphor has saved my life. Oh my goodness. If, let's say my skin's not doing the best, or I have like acne that's still healing or scabbing on my face or texture, and I have an event the next day, I will just smother my face in Aquaphor. Also, no, Aquaphor, I'm pretty sure does not clog your pores because I forget the word. Oh, I'm forgetting the word. But it's not, it can't sink into your pores. I can't remember the word for it, but I looked it up. And it has never clogged my pores before, but I will just cover my face with it and my makeup will lay down so much better, just so smooth. And I used to be on Accutane for 3 years, and ever since then my lips have still never been the same. They are so dry 24/7. Aquaphor saved my life with that. I'll put like a moisturizer under it or a chapstick under it and then put Aquaphor to seal it in. And I really just use Aquaphor for everything. Like if my hands get dry, just ever. I use Aquaphor for everything. And that is all. I'm sorry this video was not very exciting and the lighting was a little rough. I'm honestly just trying to figure out this camera and stuff too before I film bigger videos. But let me know down in the comments if you have any other questions, if I should do another Q&A, like a part 2, and what other kinds of videos you would like to see from me. Have a great rest of your night, morning, whatever time it is for you, and thank you if you stayed for the whole video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever other buttons are there. And my Instagram is Kiana_Akers. I will link it in the description. My TikTok is Kiana Akers. Most of my stuff is Kiana_Akers except my TikTok. My TikTok does not have the underscore. So just Kiana Akers. KIANAAKERS. Thanks for watching. I love you. Did I remember to did I charge the battery? Yeah. Keep looking at the viewfinder. I'm not used to having it right here. I can't tell if I'm in focus. Hopefully. Here's stuff. Oh, I'm looking at the viewfinder. My nationality is America. What? My nationality is America.